might have wrapped it up.
Beloved 8% Hard AF Seltzer is now live in Florida.
Oh, yeah, he's
Georgia,
so far ahead. There's no way
Alabama, Texas,
he was so far
Ohio,
ahead.
Montana, Idaho, Oregon, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Illinois. Go to hardafseltzer.com today. Click on the store locator and enter your city or zip to find the closest location nearest you.
I don't care. On Citizen, yeah. You don't have to scrub through that thing. I only. Oh, yeah.
Incoming!
Put the money in the bag, man.
He's so JJ Spawn is second place in 14.
As I said, your paycheck is your thank you.
Scheffler has 37.
Back there.
This is the most down I've seen.
Welcome to Earth!
Well, that's right now.
No. Who's flying the plane? Get cockpit. Go. God.
Black Rifle Energy dropping near you.
Welcome to Drinkin Bros, presented by OmahaSteaks.com. Yeah, welcome to the Monday Morning Recap, everybody. Brought to you by MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Get off the couch and get into the action today with MyBookie.com. This is going to be one of those shows where there is endless stories, endless breaking news here, but I think the most important story, perhaps, of not only the week, but maybe our lifetime, is that the Browns have their starter week 1, and it's Joe Flacco.
It's a dude. It's an elite dude.
Was it ever not going to be Joe Flacco?
They drafted 2 quarterbacks, which is highly unusual in the actual draft. Usually you get one afterwards. You got Dylan Gabriel, and then you got Shadur Sanders there. And now Flacco, but Shadur is 4th or 5th on this, so who's the guy ahead of them?
They had a dude.
Kenny Pickett.
Yeah. They had another pro, yeah.
But I don't think he's going to – one of them won't be on the – obviously, they're not going to carry 4 quarterbacks.
Someone's going practice squad.
Somebody's going practice squad. It's going to be interesting to see who it is, or they're going to fake an injury and put somebody on the injured list.
Yeah.
But either way, you don't carry 4 quarterbacks, so are they going to trade one of these guys?
Or what happens to Shadur Sanders? If he doesn't end up making the team whatsoever in a practice squad, that's not going to be good enough for him and his family.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And I don't think he's good enough to be on a team. He should not be on a practice squad.
I believe so, too.
The reason, it's just weird because they already had Kenny Pickett and then they drafted 2 more guys.
Uh-huh.
Well, I think they were only planning on drafting 1, and then Shadur just fell so much that they were like, fuck it.
I forgot Deshaun Watson is on their PUP list, so he still counts technically as being there. So that's
they'll keep him on the PUP all year this year, and then they're going to cut him after the season.
Has to be.
No, they will, because this is the last time, or they're out from under the dead cap hit after this.
Oh, they are. Okay, good.
I think it's only like $11 million after this season or some shit like that.
Yeah. So Flacco is 40, and he's back with the Browns for his second stint following the 5-game stretch in the 2023 season. So did he not play in 24?
So Flacco, man,
he was injured he played in 24. Flacco had like 12 touchdowns last season.
Man, that's weird.
Yeah,
I mean, you're right. No,
yeah,
it was with
touchdowns
with the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, with the Colts. He didn't play for the Browns.
Same team, by the way. Both are
whatever.
Shitty,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, neither really matters here. But he was selected in the first round in the 2008 draft by the Baltimore Ravens, which is a very long time ago.
I was in college at the same time as Joe Flacco.
That's nuts to me.
Yeah.
That's absolutely insane to me. Across the board here, more starters being named. Actually, we'll switch on over to, we'll stay in football. Stafford is actually practicing for the first time for the Rams, but the situation is still fluid, whatever that means.
It's all right. Stetson's been slinging it. in the preseason.
He's been throwing it.
Jimmy G is the number 2 there.
Is he?
But he hasn't played in 5 years either.
I know.
He hasn't played any meaningful football since he was because he got hurt early with the Raiders. He hasn't played anything meaningful since he was with the 49ers. That was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Let's see. 4-time cornerback.
How much money is that motherfucker
Howard also just signed. Man. So, yeah, there's a lot going on here in the NFL today as everybody preps for week 1, which is a little less than 3 weeks out. The Pats are also willing to trade the top pick if it were to help the team. They said going forward. The Patriots have a very, very bright future, so it really doesn't matter.
I think they're right there. I don't know if they make the playoffs this year, but they're right there.
I don't know if they're – I mean, this is not going to happen because why would it? But Hendrickson from Cincinnati is available. Allegedly, he's requested a trade. Scary Terry's requested a trade, but he's not – they're not letting him go anywhere. They're going to pay him.
They can't. They can't let him go.
No, they won't. He's a franchise player. They'll keep him. You want to keep those two guys together. He was the best target for Jaden Daniels last year. You want to keep that going for at least 4 or 5 years.
Cannot strip Jaden Daniels of his number 1 target.
And then the other one is Michael Parsons. If I'm the Patriots, I would give up 2 first-round draft picks for Michael Parsons.
I would too.
He is a franchise-changing defensive player, and you put him up with a guy like Vrabel who actually appreciates what the fuck he's doing.
Right.
Vrabel might be out there fighting him on the field, but you put him with a guy like that in a system like historically the Patriots have had defensively, especially with the way they've used their linebackers historically, and that's a game that elevates them immediately into a very possible playoff team to me. Now, I don't think it's going to happen because Jerry's just a cunt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
he won't do that.
No.
And I also think he does have like a little bit of a. Does he have like a weird thing with Robert Kraft? Are they kind of like?
They're probably competitors. They both get jacked off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that means a lot to people. You know, if you've got a jerk buddy and you're able to go to some Asian massage parlor together, chances are you have all the same spots saved on rub and tugs.
Are they fucking tug bros or are they competitors?
I think they're competitors. I think Jerry probably kind of looks down on the way Kraft got it. Like Jerry's getting it in Jerry world. Like he's not going to a strip mall. You know what I mean? Like they're coming to him.
Yes.
He probably just employs one.
I would if I were
she's
him.
A W-4.
I don't really understand.
You said he employs one.
Yeah.
One what?
One prosty. I think he employs one prosty, but then it just wasn't good enough that morning for whatever reason.
The physical therapist. I believe is her title.
Sure.
Yeah.
But what I don't get is Dan and I were actually at that game that he flew to. So he woke up that morning, got jacked off.
Yeah, it was that AFC Championship game.
Yeah, and then he took a private jet from Florida to the AFC Championship game in Kansas City, where it was -8. Now, granted, he's in a suite, and who cares, right? He's warm, and it doesn't really matter. But what made him just get up that day and be like, you know what? Before I get on that PJ, I'm really going to need an HJ.
Well, here's the thing is that non-billionaires wake up and just jerk off in the shower. Billionaires wake up and someone does that for them.
Which is what this woman obviously did.
Right. And that's all it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't thinking anything. It was just part of his morning routine.
The total time, by the way, based on cameras and court proceedings and all that other shit, 8 minutes. So, and that's, by the way, that's undressed and dressed right there. So, yeah, he probably had his fave, got in and out, and that was it. Yeah, he's a busy dude. Busy dude. What else do you want him to do here?
Jimmy Garoppolo from 2018 through 2023 made $145 million.
Are you kidding me? He is smarter than all of us.
And he played 2.5 seasons during that time, basically. Maybe 3 full seasons over the course of 7.
That's the dream.
I mean, look, I was not gonna guess that high, but I did, I guess, forget he was kind of a marketable starter for a minute. But like, you know, I always go with my guy Chase Daniel made $40 million.
Oh, 100%.
Do it like literally for a decade.
So did my high school quarterback, Clipboard Jesus. I mean, he did that for 17 years, I believe, in the NFL. And he only had to start twice, and the one start he got hurt in. It was Charlie Whitehurst. That's serious. Like, that was our...
It's good fucking work if you can get it.
That was the old Chattahoochee starting quarterback. And, yeah, man, he had... If you go to his Google and look up his life, just traveling around on yacht after yacht after yacht, just being tan and fucking awesome. Like, it's a great. He's got a great life. He's married. He's happy. He was very Aubrey Marcus towards the end, where long hair.
Happens to a lot of quarterbacks.
Yeah, very tan, sarong, sandals. I don't even know if he wore a pair of cleats on the sidelines, because do you have to if you're not going into the game? Like, all of that is a great life. And I was telling my kids about this. If you're a kicker, a punter, or a backup quarterback in the NFL,
you can always get work.
It's a dream.
Yeah,
it's a dream life.
I mean, quarterback and kicker especially.
Punter, you don't do shit.
I mean, there's only like 60 people on earth that can do that job.
Yes, and it's only, if you're punting and kicking, it's only about the last hour of practice that you actually need to go in.
Yeah.
Then you come in, do a few plays and everything else, and then what happens in the games is essentially going to determine your life. Most of the kicker salaries now are around $5 to $6 million a year, because all of these games are decided by 4.1 points. So that field goal really matters. There was a guy, I don't know if you guys saw this in preseason, named Cam Little. In the game, it was a preseason game, mind you, but it was actually in a game, kicked a 70-yarder.
He's going to do it during the season too.
I think
that's
so.
A rep. That's a normal. Yeah,
they're gonna let him rip one.
Why not?
It's gonna be. We're like 5 years away from 70-yard field goals being normal.
Yeah.
I just don't understand the physics of it. Because being out there and trying to do it, and like I had this conversation with Mike Vanderjack when he was on the show.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were on that trip in Arizona.
I was not.
He was the old kicker for the Colts. And I was telling him, like, hey, what great college numbers were to be recruited for a Division I school. And he goes, man, those numbers are good. And I'm like, no. I'm like, have you seen today's numbers? Like, you're shit.
Last year was the first time I really recognized or noticed it in college football, where every single week there was 50-yarders every week. That's never been the case.
I agree.
Maybe it's been a couple of years, but I feel like we watch a lot of games, and I only noticed it starting last year.
Same.
It is. It's really been a thing in the last, like probably 2 to 3 years for sure. Because I mean, like our Missouri's ex guy Mevis, who's with the Jets now, he was regularly hitting 50-yarders. Like he could do it.
That's true. There was a couple of people, but now it's like league wide or college wide or whatever. People are hitting them all the time. It kind of reminds me of. We've talked about this before, but if you look at the early 20th century, like those 1930s. The Jesse Owens Olympics, right, where he's doing the high jump, and you look at what they're doing now for like the high jump he's doing. Then you wouldn't even make the women's team.
No,
doing that.
No.
Like that's right at the bottom. That you would be like 5th or 6th place for the women's.
Yeah,
in the Olympics now.
Katie Ledecky regularly breaks.
Mostly her own records now.
But she breaks men's records from the 70s. Like she was breaking like Mark Spitz's times.
Oh yeah.
Which at the time was a world record when like Spitz did it. So yeah, dude, people are just fucking freaks.
It's hard to know like how much of that is the fitness and like really honing in on performance specifically, because that's what baseball is.
Yeah.
The throwing harder, and there's obviously people are suffering for it as well, but or what part of it is just like not knowing that you can even try to do something like that, so you never try it.
Oh, for sure. And also
like that high jump stuff, that's what that was.
Yeah.
People just didn't know to try it. Or the 4 minute or the 4 minute mile. People just didn't know you could do it. Some dude just decided, you know what, I think I can do a 4 minute mile. And he just did it.
Roger Bannister.
Yeah.
Or Bannister?
Bannister.
Yeah. But as far as
then everybody did it. So he broke the 4 minute thing, and then within the next 2 years, like 30 people or something did it.
Right.
The weird thing.
That's the reason I brought that part up is because it couldn't have been some prolonged training or new conditioning. It had to just be mental, right? If that many people broke it immediately after he did.
After he did, for sure. I think with like, if you want to go like Ledecky, for example, there's a couple advantages he probably has too. Like, for example, I think Spitz was just shaved down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas now, like, even the men's swimmers wear like a full thing, and the women wear this better suits and stuff like that. It's kind of like in tennis, like the rackets are better, so the serves are faster than they were like 40 years ago.
The only thing that I can't figure out in regards to football and these field goals, because we're seeing this a lot, especially on fantasy football. So like last year, I got housed. I think I lost 3 or 4 games because the kicker on the other team had like 25 to 28 points a game.
Right.
Because they were bombing 50, 55 yarders. Yeah.
Dude, honestly, that probably is more like what he said with the mile, where it's just like no one ever thought to try it. You know what I mean? They're like a 60-yarder.
Because if you miss, then the other team has the ball at midfield.
Right.
Or worse,
Right.
the 40-fucking yard line.
Right.
That's not optimal.
But now someone was able to do it, and then they were like, you know what? Let's just keep fucking trying it. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. And now it's just fucking achievable. I'm sure they are stronger. Like, obviously, every single kicker going out there now is fucking stronger than Mort Anderson. You know what I mean? Who's just your dad.
Right.
So who's definitely not in our league because it's a fucking Champions League, but somebody in one of the leagues is going to draft Cam Little really high.
Or Harrison Butker. Butker routinely hits from 60, 65.
He's coming off of that knee thing, though. I'm still kind of suspicious about him.
Yeah.
He changed his motion a little bit and it started fucking with him. But Cam Little literally just hit 2 weeks ago. He hit a 70-yard field goal in live action.
I know.
Now it's the other team's C squad or whatever.
Right.
So whatever, but it was also his C squad blocking for him.
Right. Well, it's also just harder because they can all hit it in practice, right? Off a tee. They all fucking...
Yeah, it's like you'll see guys 75, 76.
Yeah, they all smash it in practice, but just having bodies and having to do it off a snap and a hold, it's a completely different situation.
It is, and it's shocking to see.
Somebody should study that.
And again, I tried to talk to Vanderjack about it, and yes, you have better conditioning and training and all other shit. Like when I played, because he played the same time that I did, we didn't have creatine and shit. Like we didn't have real. We didn't have trainers. Like,
also,
we didn't have
the stretching's way better.
Oh yeah,
all the stretch training,
that
probably makes your leg a lot more fucking pliable. Or whatever.
Have you watched any of those Netflix docs about the individual positions, like quarterback, running back?
Yes,
they're on Netflix.
Yep.
Do they have one for kicker?
No, they don't have one for kicker. And
because it would be like, remember that one they did on the knuckleball? Mm-hmm. They should do something like that with all the old kickers and the new kickers just sitting around talking about what they're doing now so we could figure out what the fuck's going on. I
would love to know because it's such a leap now and it's such an advantage if you're going to get 3 points on virtually every possession. If you look at what a 70-yarder actually is, that is getting to the 40 on your own side of the field.
You got to get 2 first downs from a fucking kickoff into the end zone. You got to get 2 first downs.
You kick from the logo, basically.
Yeah. You just got to get 2 first downs. You start at the 25. You got to get 2 first downs, and now you can kick a field goal. That's fucking crazy.
It's crazy, and it's definitely going to change fantasy football. And the reason why we bring this up, we have a fantasy football show on Wednesday. Josh McClurg is the greatest of all time. He got his belts. He's going to be joining us, and he's going to be zooming in that day to explain how he's fucking doing this, dude. I mean, we're with the best of the best in this league, and I've truly never seen anything like it. Jokingly on the show, he had asked, if I win this year, are you guys going to name the league after me? And is there any other leagues? And I said, I tell you what, bro, if you win this year, yes, we'll do all the things. And sure enough, dude, he fucking won. And I'll go over my team last year versus his team draft-wise. And I still don't know how he ended up doing it. We'll switch on over to college football here. A couple starters have been named about an hour ago. Ohio State named Julian Sayin, their starting quarterback, versus Texas. 12 days away. That's cutting it close.
We were talking about this off air. I kind of feel like they knew in the program, but just didn't tell anyone.
I wonder because I had heard otherwise that potentially they were going to play Lincoln Kienholz and maybe treat it as a not a spring game, but a scrimmage essentially. Because the Texas game at number 1, we already know what they're going to be the rest of the year. Ohio State doesn't really need to win this. In my opinion, Texas has to win this game because the rest of their schedule is so fucking tough.
This is like, yeah.
And if you have 3 losses, do you get in this year?
I think in the SEC, certainly, I think it would be really difficult to justify that for another conference, personally.
I do too. I don't think the Big Ten gets 3, and 3 losses gets you into the
There's no way.
There's no way.
Not because of a deficiency with like Ohio State or Penn State, but just because of like the bottom half of the Big Ten is just bad.
Yeah,
it's just there's just easier games. Whereas like we talked about this earlier, like if Florida goes 9-3, you fucking can't keep them out. Or if Oklahoma somehow goes 9-3, their schedule's goddamn insane.
Right.
Whereas like if Indiana goes 10-2, I don't give a fuck.
I don't either.
You could not possibly put Indiana in over Florida, and not even because I don't even like Oklahoma. So I'm not even trying to ride for Oklahoma or anything. Like they just have a crazy schedule.
Well, that problem is solved itself, in my opinion, now because there's no East and West in the Big Ten anymore.
Nor the SEC.
Nor the SEC.
The SEC always handles its business.
Yeah.
Way. Once they brought in Texas, and technically speaking, if they had maintained the divisions, Texas would have been on the LSU side, so it would have, and Georgia side, so it would have all balanced out at that point.
Yeah.
The Big Ten does not have that luxury, even with unless they had put Washington and Oregon on the eastern side or the western side, which would have taken care of that problem too. Right?
Yeah.
But now it's like Indiana, very unlikely that they go 10-2. But even if they do, there's going to be clearly better teams.
Right.
It's
And
such
they're also not going to win the Big Ten.
Certainly
any
not.
circumstances,
No.
right?
No.
Which is why that's another good reason to keep those conference championship games.
Or even here's another example: Illinois. Illinois could go 10-2 and make the playoff in a couple scenarios. And actually, if they went 10-2 and one of those wins was over Ohio State, but then they had a dog shit loss, I think that's fine. But if they went 10-2 and lost their two most difficult games, probably not.
You got to prove that you can win against a team that clearly belongs there. I think that should be a pretty easy litmus test for everybody. And it's something that the rankings are going to have to take into account now. It's not just about, like, it used to be about 1, 2, 3, 4 for a long time during the BCS, or this CFP era. Now all 12 matter, because like maybe there's not a huge difference between the guy you've got at 11 and the guy you've got at 16, but that guy at 16 beat a team in the top 10. You got to, under all circumstances, you have to.
If they're similar records, and,
under every even if they finished poorly, that team still demonstrated they could beat a high functioning team, and the other one didn't. I think they got to start taking that into consideration.
Yeah, and as I'm looking at it here, Alabama's named Ty Simpson as their starting quarterback. That happened last week. Obviously, we only do the recap on Mondays. We'll do the college preview show Wednesday here. Wednesday or Thursday. We got time here coming up. But as I'm looking at this, Alabama's at 8. Ty Simpson has been there for 4 years. If you don't remember him, he was a 5-star recruit, supposed to be the guy, came in freshman year, played awful. Jalen Milroe replaced him. Jalen Milroe ended up playing for 2 more years. Ty Simpson, to his credit, stayed. I have not seen a kid in college football stay all 4 years at a school and then hopefully start senior year.
He's probably a Bama dude. Where's he from?
Ty Simpson sounds like a Bama dude, doesn't it? It sounds like a fraternity.
He's from Tennessee, so he's an SEC guy.
Close enough, but good for him for staying. He's the starting quarterback. However, most of my Bama friends are not fucking amped about this whatsoever, because if he was the guy, he would have been the starter for the last 3 years there. So I don't know what they're going to do. When I asked Clayne knows fucking everybody there. His best friend's the OC and all that other stuff. And I go, what are you hearing? And he goes, man, if he can just manage a game and then hopefully we use, some running backs and things like that.
Bama's low-key low. I think people are sleeping on Bama this year. Kalen DeBoer is not a bad coach.
He's a good coach.
It was his first year in the SEC. Ty Simpson is a former 5-star recruit. I think it was Milroe started starting under Saban, correct? And then kept starting.
It was his last year.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Whatever. Like I would not be terribly worried if I was a Bama fan, other than the fact that they just have like obscenely high expectations. But they went 9-3 last year, and they should have made the playoff if not for a horrible loss at OU.
Yep.
They were right there.
But when I look at this, and I know I say this every year, but to me, there's only 6 or 7 teams that are actually in it. I'm going to read you this cutoff here in both the AP and the coaches poll here. That cutoff ends right at 8 with Bama and LSU. I'm surprised that LSU is ranked lower than Bama in both of these polls. I would have had them higher just because of Nussmeier and the rest of that talent.
It's
weird. Like I believe in that kid, and I think he could win a Heisman Trophy. If everything goes well for LSU this year,
I think LSU would have to lose more than 3 games for Nussmeier to not make it to New York this year. Their offense is so fucking loaded.
That's what I think.
Jaden Daniels, I think, won the Heisman on a 9-3 LSU team.
He did. They lost to Bama. They lost to, and they had 2 other games.
They had the worst defense in the history of the SEC.
Oh, it was awful.
Yeah, they were scoring
really
like
bad.
46 points a game.
I think they beat Missouri like 46-39. Like we were just torching each other.
I think
the whole
their
game.
offense technically, like the total offense may have been better than that Burrow team, but not better. He didn't have better numbers than Burrow, but I think the total offense was better. But their defense, they were giving up like 33 points a game.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Was their average.
Yeah.
33 points a game. You don't even see it in the fucking NFL.
No.
Usually the worst NFL teams are around 29.
Yeah.
Because when you're looking at it past that, 8-9, this LSU thing here, and I do believe they should be ahead of Bama. You're looking at Miami.
Nah.
Me neither. Arizona State. Nah. Illinois. Look, I love you guys because you have Hard AF Seltzer inside the stadium. So the love is there. However, they're not winning a national championship.
They can make the playoff.
They could. They could. They do play Ohio State. I don't know what the rest of Illinois' schedule is like.
I'm not sure if they miss Penn State or not.
They play. Oh God, I only have 2 ranked games.
Ohio State and either Oregon or Penn State.
No, Indiana.
Oh my God. Yeah, they better go 10-2.
They could, dude. Look at that.
Bare ass minimum.
Are we getting a Hard AF Seltzer team in the playoffs? That'd be nice. Penn State's in. They're in, so
you're getting one in for sure.
And then maybe Michigan.
Like we could. It could be all 3 this year. Doubt it. Highly doubt it, but we'll see.
Michigan's got a lot of work to do.
Michigan's got a new starting quarterback as well. They got Bryce Underwood. I've said it in the past. I'll say it again. He did not have a strong spring game. However, Michigan has never been a team that really throws the ball anyways. So, if he can run and they got a good defense and a good offensive line, all right, cool. We'll see what happens there. But at least these starters are starting to come out. And the reason why this is important is when you are gambling with our sponsor here, mybookie.com, promo code Drinkin Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. This will help change the lines. And speaking of which, I'm going to see if today's announcements have actually moved these lines for national championship on MyBookie. If you're not out there and you just want a little something on the game here, the first game is in 5 days, week 0, Ireland's Iowa State versus Kansas State. I'm going hard in that game, and I'm going Kansas State. I can tell you that right now. Spoiler alert for you. But let's see if the lines actually change for national championship after today's announcements.
What was Bama the other day? Like 5th favorite or something like that? 5th or 6th?
They're 6th.
Okay, I think that's about the same. The odds might change, but I think they were 6th the other day too.
You know what's weird is LSU on this list is
There's so much fucking value in LSU. There's so much goddamn value.
Wow. I'm looking at them right now. They're at 13.5 to 1. And the next closest team, by the way, to LSU is Michigan at 25 to 1. No. I mean, that just names your top teams right here. Yes. Well, Longhorns overtook Ohio State, so it's plus 450. 4.5 to 1 with Ohio State. And let's see if that line changed at all. It was 3. I heard it was dipping down to 2.5 there. Not sure. Yeah, 2.5. Not sure what to expect out of essentially 2 new quarterbacks. I mean, I know Arch played. At least he did get some snaps last year, but they were against pretty shitty teams.
Yep, very shitty teams.
Yeah, but he's got plenty of talent.
I think so.
And he has seen the field against other good. I mean,
he did play against
Ohio State, Georgia. Did he play against Ohio State?
He did. Yeah, he played against Ohio State.
Yeah, but he played 1 series each. He was 3 for 5 in both of those games. I think.
Correct.
You're not going to get into a rhythm with 5 snaps.
But you're still
one of those teams.
He did go against Georgia and he did go against Ohio State on the field during a game, and it was loud.
He's seen the speed.
I was out. I was at the Texas Georgia game. And it's loud as fuck in there. There was a lot of expectation on him, and he's seen it.
Also,
so he knows what to do.
Practicing against that defense is probably pretty helpful.
Yes. By the way, that's one of the top things we hear coming out of these camps is if your team has an elite defense, by the time these wide receivers and running backs get in the game, and they're like, oh, shit, we don't have to go against our own defense anymore.
Yeah. They're like, oh, my God.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
So they definitely do have an advantage with that. And Texas, in my opinion, probably has the second best or third best defense in the nation going into this year.
Yeah.
I got Penn State at 1.
It's just going to be if they can close out games, really.
Yeah.
And limit mistakes.
Penn State's defense, though, should be number 1. And yeah, we'll find out what happens there. But plenty to bet on across the board. NFL is starting. NFL odds are already up. We just did that way too early prediction show with Derek Wolf yesterday. I've got the Chiefs winning it all. D'Anthony, who did you take?
I think the Redskins are going to win.
Redskins are going to win the championship?
I think they're about to make a big move, by the way. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
But we can talk about it in a minute.
Yeah. Bob, who did you have? Win the Super Bowl?
Chiefs over Bucks.
I've got the Chiefs as well.
I want the Bucks to win. The window for the Redskins is years. Having Jaden Daniels and Cliff Kingsbury there, it's years at this point. But with the Bucks, it's going to run out. Evans aging, Godwin aging. They got Ibuka, but
they have like a 2-year window.
They got a 2 or 3, maybe 3 if they're lucky.
Yeah.
They got a 3-year window.
I mean, Baker should be fine for the next like 5 years. I feel like. But
How old is? I was going to say
he's 32. I think.
Yeah,
he's not that old.
He's like he's early 30s.
If so, let's say you're on my bookie and you're looking at that.
No, he's 30.
Oh, he's 30 right now?
Yeah, he turned 30 in April.
So he's got a good 5 years.
He's good.
Yeah.
Maybe longer. Shit, Stafford's playing at 30.
Yeah.
Baker's gotten banged up a lot over the course of his career, so we'll see. But yeah, he should be around for a minute.
Stafford's been pummeled as well.
I just want to see the Bucks. I want to see Baker win a title at some point.
So let's say you believe in Baker and you believe in the Buccaneers this year, 27-1. Now is the time to get the money in and sprinkle for NFL. Because
That's wild.
That's especially because they have such a good chance, I think, of getting a number 1 seed playing in that division.
Yep.
And oh my God, there's a ton of value there.
Ton of value in that pick, and they're at 27-1 right now.
I would say it's still the Super Bowl might be a big ask just because the AFC has so many fucking crazy teams.
They were 1 game away.
What?
It was that Lions game, remember?
Yeah. No, for sure. But winning the NFC, I think, is
AFC or the NFC Championship.
Yeah. But I mean, like, if they get the Super Bowl, I mean, any team, the Ravens, Chiefs, Bills, like, it's all. But winning the NFC, the odds are probably half of 27-1. About.
Yep.
That's still great value, honestly.
Even just that, they've got Bucky Irving and Rashad White, who both will have 800 to 1,100 yards, depending on who gets the most snaps. And they both caught 50 passes last year, too.
Yeah, so
and they have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Emeka Egbuka.
To Bob's point, Buccaneers, if you believe them just to win the NFC, are coming in at 14-1.
That's awesome.
That's a big number right there.
What are they ranked?
You know what's
like
weird?
5th or 6th?
The Minnesota Vikings are ahead of them in these odds.
They've got a solid squad. McCarthy just has to not turn the ball over and they can win.
Yeah, they're probably the most underrated, competent organization. Like, they always choke.
13-1, those guys right now.
They always choke.
Yeah.
but
don't bet them to win the Super Bowl.
No.
To get to the playoffs.
No. This is the NFC Championship. So
to win it?
Yeah.
The conference winner, yes.
Oh, they're not going to win.
That's what I said. But Buccaneers, that's worth a flyer for sure. But go on there. You would be stunned at the amount of bets you can make. I mean, we did NFL Rookie of the Year yesterday. Abdul Carter's up there. He's at plus 228 right now. That's still not bad. Jalen Walker's out there at 6.5-1. Travis Hunter, I forget about him because he plays in Jacksonville.
Right.
Yeah, and so will everyone
9-1.
Is he for defensive rookie of the year? What the fuck is he even playing?
He's going to be cornerback. They're going to do both. He's going to play corner, and they said he's going to play wide receiver. So they're going to have him go both ways.
Primarily corner.
Well, they're going to limit his plays.
Okay.
Whatever that means. I think with Jacksonville, I have no idea.
Using him as like a package wide receiver is probably the move, and then having him play corner.
He's listed as their wide receiver too right now.
Really?
And he's also listed as, actually, he's listed nowhere on the defense.
Okay.
Now.
Weird.
Yeah, strange. But his odds are super high, and you can bet on all this shit. Head on over to mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. I will be dropping my college football week 0 bets either on, let's do Friday nights, just in case Daddy gets weird over the weekends, and then that way you guys have it. I'm definitely taking K-State. That opening week here. That is 3. I'll bump that down to 2.5. Just in case it is a field goal game, and give me Kansas State Wildcats. I know it's in Ireland, and it's a completely unique field and all that other stuff, but I like that quarterback. He's a year older this year.
Avery Johnson is, I think they're going to win. They're my pick to win the Big 12. I'm trying to look up the numbers on that. But yeah, they're my pick to win the Big 12, and they're playing on a soccer field, so it's kind of harder to – it's a little bit of a slicker surface, so the offense has a little bit of an advantage in terms of like knowing where you're going because they know where they're going and the defense doesn't. And Avery Johnson can scoot.
He sure can. And what they do is they swap out the cleats there on natural grass.
Yep.
So he'll be able to move and cut and do all the fun things, whereas they never used to have that, but that might be part of that kicking thing too. Who knows? But yes, go to mybookie.com, load up that account. Next up, we got bioproteintech.com. Guys, here's why your hormones suck. Most guys are focused on testosterone. But that's not even half the puzzle. In order to absorb testosterone optimally, you must have adequate growth hormone, more specifically, its end result growth factors. Unfortunately, growth hormone decreases every year after puberty, which may explain your poor performance in the gym, excess body fat, or even your poor performance in the bedroom. That's where BioPro Plus comes in. BioPro Plus gives you back those growth factors naturally, giving you HGH-like results with 0 needles, 0 side effects, and 0 doctor visits, all at a fraction of the cost of prescription treatments. So, if you want to fix the way you perform, look, and feel without all the risk of the big pharma synthetic stuff, head on over to bioproteintech.com to learn more, or click the link in the audio and video description, which Bob always puts in there every single time. And make sure to use that promo code DRINKINGBROS for $30 off your first order. Been using it for about a year and a half now. 30 individual vials just get shipped to my house. Put them in the fridge, pop one underneath my tongue right before 9-9. I know it says in the morning, and that's fine because a lot of people either take in the morning to start their day or right before they go to the gym. That's all great. For whatever reason, it helps me sleep, and I love it. So far, so good. And it's been a year and a half. Go to bioproteintech.com to learn more. Next up, we got drinkingbrostickets.com. If you want tickets to any of these events, they're there. There's some pricey ones out there. Texas, Ohio State, forget about it. That's crazy expensive. Obviously, we know a guy on that, so we're fine. But if you're a normal human being out there, it sucks. Like, even I talked to my aunt and uncle this morning, and they were like, we can't go to that game. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, how bad is it? Like, it's fucking bad, bro. But everything else is very, very reasonable, especially all these college games. These college games across the board, man, if you're not going to the biggest game of the week and you just enjoy your team wherever that is, these tickets are all available through there. We just got our tickets for University of Illinois. We will be giving out 4 of them to you guys for opening nights. Opening night at Illinois is next Friday night, dude. So a week from Friday on campus. Labor Day, party, drink your face off, have some hard AFs. We'll give you our tickets. We got great tickets there because we're a sponsor. Right on the 50 there. And we'll go inside Drinkin' Bros Sports at University of Illinois and then do a little submission there. Just take some pics inside the stadium with the hard AF and enjoy the game. But we got everything. Concerts, rodeos, motocross, you name it. Circuses, for Christ's sake, are on there. Somebody's bought Metallica tickets the other day. So, yeah, dude, you're good. We got everything on that site at drinkingbrostickets.com, and it's about $10 cheaper than StubHub. Last but not least is hardafseltzer.com. I want to give you this quick announcement here. Just wanted to make sure the product made it on time because we're selling out all over America. Dan and I will be at USA To Go at that Shell station. I know this sounds weird, and it is. And there's like 30 USA To Go's in the state of Michigan. They picked us up in every single location, and we said, hey, dude, if you do that across your entire state, we'll come. Now, Circle K would let us do a live show from there. The corporate said no.
Well, they're Canadian, so.
Corporate was just like, absolutely not. We've heard your content, but USA To Go was good with it. So that is, it's 1900 Latson Road, Latson, and that is in Howell, Michigan at 48843 on Thursday, August 28th at 6 p.m. USA To Go, 1900 Latson Road, Howell, Michigan, 48843, August 28th on Thursday. And then Friday, we will be in Columbus, Ohio, at the Short North Pint House downtown. Hard AF specials all day long down there, and the food is excellent. So
also, the Short North is super gay, so
it is.
If you're looking to get tugged out by a man instead of a woman, this is an excuse. Hey, honey, I'm going to a football game.
First off, it's just a hand.
Well, or a mouth.
There's nothing gay about a hand.
No.
But if it's like, let's take Lindsey Graham, Lady G. If you're out there and you're going to this game, maybe you are, maybe you aren't. That'd be a great place to meet up. Is in the Short North. Because then he can get lost in the neighborhoods and then just kind of blame it on his gayness on that.
Yeah, there's a park there, and the last time we were there, we saw a dude. I think he was trying to do push-ups, but it was just really frantically humping the ground.
That's all he was doing. And it was on camera.
And nobody cared.
No.
People
like
just walked by him.
Yeah.
Was it like a Saltburn situation? Was there like a body underneath? He was fucking.
No. I think he was just making love to the earth.
Okay.
He was, yeah. It was a strange scene. And then Saturday for the Texas-Ohio State game, we will be at Richard Danoff's tailgate, and we'll drop a pin in Drinkin' Bros Sports where that is. If you have not been to one of Richard's tailgates, it's amazing. Usually 200-300 people there, DJ, live DJs. There's a woman that makes over 1,000 Jello shots and pudding shots. And let's face it, for a noon game, you're going to need to ingest as many of those as you can, as well as those hard AF seltzers, and you'll be able to see the 5 tents that are out there. So you know you joined the right fucking party. Let's see. Commanders, breaking news, have an injury here. They're considering a running back by committee approach this weekend due to an injury with Brian Robinson Jr.
Injury?
Yes.
I don't think it's an injury necessarily.
Something is wrong here. Yeah. No, he's not holding out at all.
No, I think that he hasn't performed the way. So they have Cliff Kingsbury as their OC.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I know.
You shouldn't, because
I know.
it's a big deal.
I know it is. Yeah.
They have Cliff Kingsbury as their OC, and keep in mind they brought over Deebo Samuel in the offseason. Austin Eckler is going to be the starting running back. They have a number of other guys, Jeremy McNichols, and some Merritt, Krosky Merritt. It's a hyphen.
Oh.
So they're going to use Deebo. Austin Eckler's going to be their primary. They've got a third down back, and they've got another guy that they can run in a split back formation with him, and then Deebo will also slide back there.
And
they just don't need Brian Robinson Jr. anymore, and he's a competent
running back.
He's a 1,000-yard rusher if you give him that. He had 160 or 180 carries for like 800 or 900 yards last year. He's a 1,000-yard back if you give him the 220, right?
Totally.
So you got to send. I think it makes sense to send him somewhere else because he doesn't really fit into the scheme that they have.
So I was incorrect about the injury. They're just saying they're not playing him on Monday night's preseason game, which is tonight.
And they're also shopping him.
Right.
They kind of hinted at it sort of openly that they're shopping him, which they're either going to fucking find a trade or cut him.
Yeah, because this is the end of his tenure with the franchise after 3 seasons, potentially here. And you were correct. They have signaled that they will be using Deebo Samuel, too, as a running back on occasion. And that's what San Francisco did.
It was very effective for them.
He's fast as fuck. So, I mean, yeah. Any way you can get, yes. Anytime you can get that guy the ball, it's certainly great for you.
Well, and Cliff likes to cook things up, too.
Oh, yeah.
Like Shanahan does. They're the same.
That's
cuts in
basically
the same cloth.
dude, yeah. Yeah, so chances are Kingsbury's just going to fold Deebo in the same way that Shanahan did all those years. And you don't need 2 guys that can run the ball 200 times a year in that system then.
No, go get a 3rd-round draft pick or something and just fucking stock up on another, quality defensive player later in a year.
Or if you're worried that you're going to lose Scary Terry, there's moves to be made there too. I don't think that's going to happen though. He'll be signed before the
I don't think
starts.
so either.
That would be a huge mistake.
His average Robinson was 4.1 carries for his career.
Yeah, he's good.
I know shit.
He's good. It's just like they don't need him in the system they're going to run anymore. It doesn't make any sense. So why?
17th in the league in rushing yards per game, and also Jordan Love has come back to practice after that thumb surgery 6 days later. Jesus Christ! All right,
it was just a surgery to alleviate pain.
What do they do for something like that?
It depends on what it is. If there's like a floater in there, if there's a little bone fragment or something that's rubbing up against something, or if it's if the bone is become jagged, they'll round it off even.
Okay.
But usually, if it's a fragment, what they'll do is sometimes they open it up, sometimes they fire laser directly through the skin, the same way they do with a kidney stone or something.
Okay.
And break it up. Or sometimes they have to do arthroscopic and go in there literally and pull it out.
But they didn't have to put anything back together.
No.
Which is...
No, I mean, if they did, I'm going to hire that doctor.
Yeah, exactly.
Fix my fucking shoulder because Jesus Christ, in 6 days.
Exactly. Jesus Christ, man. That's pretty fucking wild.
That's coming soon.
I forgot Malik Willis was their backup quarterback there. That guy's still playing in the league. Man.
He's not. He's really young. I think he came out like 3 years
He
ago.
is, yeah.
Whatever,
He's
dude.
young.
He's He's getting his bag. He's getting his backup bag.
Good for him,
Yeah.
bro. Look, I'm not going to shit on it.
We celebrate.
For sure.
Wait, where is he?
Here.
He's the backup in Green Bay. And I think when Jordan Love was out, I think he went like 3-0.
He had a really good run as the Packers backup.
Surprisingly.
Like a really competent.
He fucked me on a bet, and I remember that I was like, dude, did I just lose to Malik Willis? And by the way, it was like 28-0 in that game. I was like, what the fuck happens here? So, yeah, man, that's pretty fucking wild.
He had a 124.8 rating last year.
Yeah.
54 attempts, but still.
That's not bad. Next up, we'll move on over to golf. Scottie Scheffler. Domination. Finally has that signature shot that they can put on the Nike commercial there. That 72-foot chip. I watched probably 30, 40 times last night when I got home, and one of the craziest, most impressive things I've ever seen to essentially win a tournament, and it felt identical to what Tiger Woods did at the Masters on 13.
Yeah.
I mean, just the slow roll, the speed, the shock from the fans, the shock from him. I mean, I didn't think that ball had a fucking chance. And, like, neither did the cameraman. If you notice how close they zoomed in on that ball, they thought it was going to land somewhere else. And they were, luckily, that guy saved his job, whoever that was running the camera. He tilted it towards the hole at the last second, so we were able to catch it going in the hole. But if you would have missed that fucking moment, you were fired. Because that was the one, in my opinion, that Scottie needed to put in the commercials, really start ramping shit up about the greatest golfer there is. And he's one of the first people that we're actually talking about of greatness just on the course without talking shit or anything else. And it's weird, man.
He's just quietly great. He's
I know.
Golf's Albert Pujols right now. He's
Yes.
just fucking a machine, man.
I mean, he's in the world rankings. He has 870 total points, and Rory's second place with 506, and then third place is Xander with 273.
Yeah, the FedEx rankings, he's 2,600 points above Rory.
23. Where?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you looking at it?
I read that wrong. He's 2,000 points above Rory. Sorry,
Yeah.
54 to 34.
Then in the Ryder Cup points, he's at 37,000, and JJ Spawn is second with 14.8. So he's more ahead. He's an order of magnitude ahead.
Yeah,
basically,
in everything.
which is fucking crazy.
Literally everything. I don't even think this is the first time ever, because we bet on this shit on a weekly basis, that I don't think he has to play in the last tournament, which is fucking insane to me.
I don't know the sport that well, but I can't imagine Rory McIlroy could make up 2,000 points in
a single match.
In a single match, unless Scheffler missed the cut and maybe Rory won it, I guess.
No.
But
I don't think
he can do it either.
way.
No,
Yeah.
it's 74.56 to 36.87. There's no way.
Yeah.
Like the distance between second place and 10th place is about 1,000 points, and Scheffler is 3,800 points ahead of McIlroy.
The dominance we've seen this year is it's fucking insane, man. And
Like, he's more ahead of Rory than Rory has points.
gambling wise, when you start and you're at 2-1 for a golfer to win a tournament, obviously you can't take that because those odds are complete dog shit. You'd have better odds betting on like 3 MLB games to win today. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, for real.
Like actually, an MLB parlay.
Probably 2.
Yeah.
A 2-game MLB parlay would probably pay off better than Scottie Scheffler versus the field in golf right now, which is nuts.
Depending
dude.
on the game, for sure.
God damn, dude. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out because he had 17 consecutive rounds under par, which, again, I haven't heard of that since Tiger.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Tiger's the only comp right now.
The guy that he was playing against, watching that ball, there was a beautiful cutaway of that guy watching that ball roll to 72 feet, and he was just like, "You got to be fucking kidding!"
It's just stupid.
Because his name was Robert McIntyre, and he had played excellent golf for the entire. He had led the first 3 rounds going into 4, and it was still we all felt like Scottie Scheffler was still going to win. And he did really fucking well, and it was a one-stroke advantage on 17, and then Scottie chips in from 72 yards, and that's it.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can 72 feet. There's nothing you can do in that situation, but it definitely is fun to watch. It has not been fun to gamble on, and thank God college football is starting, because if Scheffler's in it, you're losing your fucking money, and there's nothing you can goddamn do about it. And man, is it fucking frustrating here. We'll hop on over to the WNBA. I know, it's the fucking WNBA. 6 times their salary is what they offered. They have said no.
To 6x what they currently make?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's strange because the ratings this year have not been great as last year, simply because Caitlin Clark has been hurt,
Yeah.
half the season here. And you got your girl Sophie
doing her best.
But that's kind of it. So you definitely need her to play. And if she doesn't, you're fucked. Not taking this money is pretty fucking wild to me, because let's say she got a career-ending injury.
Who, Sophie?
Then what? No.
Caitlin.
Caitlin.
Yeah.
Then what? Then what do you do with this league?
I don't know, just go up to Asia Wilson and be like, I'm just going to get you drunk and give you your phone and you write whatever you want, because for the love of God, no one knows who you are. You just need to, because the weird thing with the WNBA, it doesn't happen as much in most other major sports, right? Like baseball, Bryce Harper is one of the best players and he's always outspoken, and football's football, and NBA, most of the best players are outspoken, or maybe you have a second tier player who's really good, like Draymond Green, who's gets a lot of attention. But the WNBA, most of their players that are headline catching are mediocre. They're role players and stuff like that. Angel Reese isn't, I guess she puts up numbers or whatever, but and then even Sophie Cunningham, she's hot, she's funny, she's cool, but she is just a starting rotation player, right? She's not an all-star.
Right.
Caitlin Clark is the only one that gets any attention, and she's not even that interesting off the court.
No, she's
right?
boring.
All their best players are absolute snoozes in terms of personality.
Who's in charge of rejecting 6 times the offer right now? I mean, that's crazy to me.
I hope they keep doing it.
So do I.
Until because it's going to run out.
It sure is.
They're in a window right now where the NBA is getting big deals.
Yep.
So they don't really care so much.
No.
And where there's a tiny blip. I said this 2 years ago when Caitlin Clark first started, when she was in that senior year of college, when she was just getting ready to come in, that this is going to be a blip. There's going to be a rise in ratings while she's relevant for some amount of time, and then that's going to go away, and they're getting close.
Yes.
They're probably,
she's got to play.
If she doesn't come back this regular season and she doesn't do something crazy during the off season or during the early part of next season, then that ratings blip is going to go away. People are going to lose interest, and none of that, even the money they're being offered right now, won't be on the table anymore.
I agree.
And I will be glad for it. I hope it goes away forever. Just the worst attitude of all time, this whole deal where you think they keep talking about revenue sharing. There is no revenue.
Right.
What are you talking about?
So they got $2 billion from a TV deal from ESPN.
They got $2 billion over the course of 10 years.
Right.
So they get $200 million a year.
$200 million a year, which isn't enough.
Which is not even covering their operating costs. Mm-hmm. Forget about salary. They're not even covering the operating costs at this point.
So the longer this stretches out, and if Caitlin Clark doesn't play, I mean, I would start kissing her ass and stuff. Give her the Jordan rules at this point if you want this league to succeed.
No, this is just like building. I remember specifically a moment in Iraq where me and my fucking medic, Dan, were walking around, and he's filming stuff, and he zooms in on these American-made trash cans. Yellow post, green bin that kind of sways like this, right? And he zooms in on the trash can, then he zooms out, and there's garbage all over the ground next to it. That's what's happening here.
Yeah.
We've tried to make these people's lives better, and they have chosen the hard path out of anger or stupidity. It doesn't matter what it is. That's who these people are. So let them fucking have it.
I know.
The same reason. If you built the fucking... if you built the best restaurant in the world, a Walmart-sized version of the best restaurant in the world in sub-Saharan Africa, they'd tear that fucking place apart.
Yeah.
If you built it in fucking, I don't know, right now, probably Syria, somewhere like that, they'd tear it fucking apart. Tear it apart. and shit on the fucking ashes. So let him have it.
I want to switch on over to boxing here. So you and I, Bob, were on with my bookie about potentially promoting some of these matches here that are coming up because finally boxing is relevant with a huge, massive fight that, yes, I will be watching. Ironically, everybody else can watch it now for free. So Bud Crawford is moving up 2 or 3 weight classes to fight Canelo.
Yeah.
He looks great, by the way. And it is going to be September 13th. And it is going to be free on Netflix starting at 9 o'clock.
Let's go.
That rocks, dude.
Absolutely.
Also,
what day is the 13th?
Saturday.
Okay.
I mean, you're going to miss some whatever the Saturday night game is that night.
Who's playing Saturday night? This depends.
Let me look it up here because I don't want to...
I need, YouTube TV does like a sweet thing where you can
go picture in picture. Yeah.
Well, but they choose it though, which is nice. That it's like whatever the 2 most popular sporting events that are going on, they'll put them together.
Yeah, but I need like Roku and Apple TV to go PIP with different streaming services. Just play 4 different streaming services in each corner.
I don't know if you could do that or not. Maybe if you use
Netflix?
different HDMI outputs. Although if you have it wouldn't work with YouTube TV because they don't do those partnership deals. You can do it with like Hulu and HBO though. Like if you have HBO through Hulu, you can do a PIP like that.
Oh, nice. Because I just want I need like that fight on from Netflix, probably whatever the Saturday night game is, plus 2 other dirt.
You ready for them?
Yeah.
There's 2 great Saturday night games on that night.
Okay.
Really great. 6:30 our time. So they should be done around fight time.
Able to get most of that game in, yeah. Because that fight's not going to start on time.
No. So if they're starting at 9, that means the undercards are starting at 9. That probably won't go on until 11. You got plenty of time, so we're good. But these night games, man. Texas A&M at Notre Dame.
Okay.
Blast.
It's fun.
Next up, you're going to love this one. Florida at LSU.
Oh, that's...
Same kickoff. 6:30.
6:30. That's the one I'll be locked in on for sure.
Yes, those 2 in a screen, and then for me, Ohio State has their one night game of the year against OU, and
OU is in Ohio University.
Correct.
Not Oklahoma.
No. Please don't confuse that. OU is only a term that people from Ohio say because, it's Ohio in that one, but that's about it. So.
What do you think about the?
Give me Bud Crawford in that fight, by the way.
Yeah, we'll see.
I love Bud Crawford.
It's probably the cardio part is difficult when you gain weight like that because you're carrying around a lot more weight than you're used to. So we'll see how he adjusts. But he did take the time to gain the weight. John Jones did it and he was fine. But he took 2 fucking years to gain 25 pounds.
Yeah, so
it's quite a bit different.
I wonder what the odds are in my bookie real quick because I watched Bud Crawford with you in his last big fight at your house. I fucking love Bud Crawford, and I believe in him. The other part of this, and this is full disclosure, I was at that Canelo-Floyd Mayweather fight in Vegas.
Okay.
Mayweather fucking torched him, and it was embarrassing. I don't even know if he got 1 round. Canelo, I'm dead serious. Now, he was 24, maybe.
Start of his career, kind of. Probably not by 24.
Yeah, he was probably 25 fights in because he's got a lot of fucking fights, by the way. He fights a lot and he stays active, which to his credit, congratulations. But it just was so lopsided and uneven in the way that Floyd just fucked with him the entire fight. I mean, it was just like a child. But that last Bud Crawford fight, was it Spencer versus Crawford, I think it was, is what we watched at your house, was phenomenal, dude. So... I'm very high on Bud Crawford. I'm just curious to see those odds here real quick. Pull them up on my bookie to see what we got. Because if he's an underdog, let's fucking go. I imagine he will be coming up 3 weight classes.
I mean, Canelo's still the fucking. Does he have all 4 belts, or has he got at least 3 of them in the weight class still? I don't know if he's unified, but he's got multiple belts.
Not sure. My bookie's having a little trouble catching up.
He currently holds 3 championship belts.
So 3 out of 4. There's still 4 major promotions.
WBA, WBC, WBO.
Okay, let's see. What do we got
in the
here?
Super middleweight.
Is that Gare Bear back?
Yeah, Gary was wandering around.
No
Survived the hurricane.
Dude. Survived the hurricane, came back, huh? Look at this guy. Oh, and he's got a Texas Longhorn shirt on. Look at you.
There's WBA,
You
WBC,
fucker.
WBO, and IBF.
Okay,
Those
so
are the 4.
He does not have IBF.
So he's not unified. Who's the IBF? IBF.
Super middleweight.
It is Canelo.
Yeah.
So what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's unified.
Okay.
So right now, Crawford is plus 137, whereas Alvarez is favored 2-1 in that fight. So yeah, give me Crawford. I'm going to take Crawford in that one for sure.
Right. That's where the value is.
I know. That's where I'm going to live. And since Gare Bear's here and you just got back from Puerto Rico, do you want to stick around for fake news? Tell us what's going on down there in Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
Yeah. How was it?
Well, the Puerto Rican power grid is far worse than what Dan or I or anybody ever thought it was.
That's what I heard.
Unfucking believable.
Yeah.
And we got some pretty wild footage. I got some clips I can splice together. Do you want me to have them ready for Thursday or for today? Or
Let's do Thursday. Yeah, let's do Thursday. Okay. We got a bunch of big stories today, but welcome back. Yeah, I was unfamiliar how bad it was until I saw your footage down there.
Dude, it's, let me put it this way. I asked a guy, when did this all start?
Uh-huh.
And he said, oh, when I was born.
Really?
And I found out that this has basically been a problem down there since like the late 70s.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. Interesting. But yeah, join us on Patreon, Drinkin Bros Podcast. Patreon will be live with fake news here in about 5-10 minutes. Pop on over there. Don't forget to go to iTunes, rate this show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. That's all you got to do. It's all the advertisers care about.
Wait, did we mention the baseball realignment that got proposed?
No.
Yeah,
I didn't hear about it.
Manfred was on the Mariners-Mets game the other day, and he leaked it, I guess, because it's been going on behind the scenes for a while. But there's a plan to buy 28 or 29 to add 3 new teams.
Okay.
And even out the leagues.
Is Austin being mentioned or Nashville?
Nashville, Austin,
Portland,
Salt Lake City, Portland are among them, but who knows? And they may also they may also move some teams. We'll see, but it's happening.
Wow.
And it's just a matter of when. And they want to geographically realign too to save on travel, not for the cost. They don't give a shit about the cost. Baseball prints money just like the NBA and NFL do, but wear and tear on the players.
Interesting.
They want to have like heavy division, and people complain about it. I'll get to that in a sec. People complain about it, but they want to have heavy division rivalries. I think they want to change. I was talking to Spader about it. They want to change the way they do the playoff seeding. So it's like, who knows what they're going to come up with, but it's basically going to be the best 8 teams in the league.
Okay.
In each league, right? People are bitching right now, like, oh, they're going to get rid of the American League and National League. That, to my knowledge, that's not even on the table. AL and NL will stay. And you'll see divisions that look like this. For the East, it would be the Yankees, Red Sox, Orioles, and Toronto. And the American League and the National League would be the Mets, Phillies, Nationals, and Pirates.
Okay.
And then for some new division, probably the South or something, I don't even know what they would call it, would be in the National League, Atlanta, Tampa Bay, Miami, and the new Nashville expansion team.
Oh, they would move Tampa over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which happens sometimes. Milwaukee was an American League team forever.
Houston was a National League team.
Houston was a National League team.
Boy, that's a nice little squishy division for the
us,
Brits.
Yeah.
Jeez, dude.
Then Cleveland, Detroit, Minnesota, White Sox, which is very close to the Central already.
Yep.
St. Louis, Chicago, Milwaukee, Cincinnati, very close to the NL Central.
And
Yep.
those are all super historical rivals.
Yeah.
Texas, Houston, Kansas City, and the Rockies would be the West, AL West, or NL West, maybe. I don't know.
Wow.
And then Seattle, Angels, the Las Vegas team, and the Salt Lake City team would be a division. And then San Francisco, Dodgers, Padres, and Diamondbacks. So they want all the divisions to have 4 teams, just like the NBA.
Okay.
And then they want to do like division winners get in, and then the second place in the division gets in for everybody. right? How they actually manage the playoffs themselves,
seeding,
TBD.
Yeah,
but that's 8 teams from each league make it to the playoffs.
We're never missing the playoffs again.
No.
Well, if we get realigned to there, it'd be fucking awesome.
Wait, what did you say the Braves were? It was the Rays, Marlins, and who? A Nashville expansion?
Expansion team, yeah.
Oh boy,
getting rock hard just thinking about that.
That's probably what that's what it looks like. What it's going to be. It depends on where those expansion team falls, because remember they're doing it geographically. So
right.
If the team ends up in Austin then instead of Nashville, or if it ends up in Austin instead of Vegas or Salt Lake City, then that's going to change the way they have to do that stuff. But the intent is to play heavy division schedules and develop new rivalries.
Okay.
And then respect some of the old rivalries. I mean, New York and Boston are still in the same fucking division. The Mets and Phillies are still in the same division.
Cubs, Cards.
Cubs, Cardinals, fucking
Dodgers, Giants.
Cleveland, fucking Minnesota. Like, all these rivalries are still there. Dodgers, Giants.
Good. That's not bad at
The
all.
stabbings won't stop.
No, the stabbings
Parking
won't
lot
stop.
beatings won't stop.
No, I think baseball gets more playoffs, more playoff games, which they make a ton of fucking money on.
Yep. That's their best product by far.
It is, yeah. And they'll probably get rid of the All-Star game entirely. That's fine. They will list an All-Star team and maybe do some kind of skills or home run derby probably, but they're not going to do a full All-Star game, nor should they. It's a fucking waste of time.
Yeah.
Like, with the amount of that pitchers get injured these days, why?
I was going to say, I don't think expansion is a bad idea, but pitching, like, think about like the NFL, right? There's not 32 competent quarterbacks.
No,
right?
There is.
And
there's 16 to 18 in any given year that are actually good.
There are no Major League Baseball teams, to my knowledge, that currently have a reliable 5 deep rotation.
None that I'm aware of.
No.
And that used to be the case for 50% of the league, like when we were kids or whatever. You know what I mean?
Did Salt Lake already get granted that team, by the way?
No, nobody's gotten
Vegas is A's are going
I know
to
Vegas are going.
Yeah.
I know
That's
Vegas
the only one.
set,
That's the only one technically, and they're still kind of working out those.
The other
details.
ones are still up in the air. Because I'm on the email list for Austin getting an expansion team. I have been for like a year and a half.
It better not be going to San Marcos.
You know, the best place to build it would be downtown, but I just don't know how they do that logistically. Like, they have the space to do it, but I don't know how you get people to it logistically.
No.
It's a fucking nightmare.
It's a nightmare just driving around.
Now this one's
on the
different.
weekends,
This
for
one,
Christ's sakes.
another one that the Athletics said that they thought might be more or similarly geographically aligned would be Red Sox, Mets, Yankees, Phillies. This is the Eastern Conference.
Okay.
Instead of the American League, which they're not going to change National League and American League. No matter what happens, it may be an Eastern Conference, but they'll call it the National League or American League. So Red Sox, Mets, Yankees, Phillies, and then the North Division would be Reds, Indians, Tigers, Blue Jays. The Mid-Atlantic Division, which is a terrible name, this is not fucking college, would be Baltimore, one of the expansion teams, probably Nashville, Pittsburgh, and the Nationals. And then the Southeast Division, again, would be, well, that would be the Nashville team. Atlanta, Miami, Nashville, Tampa Bay.
We're just coming out on top no matter what.
No matter what, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the quote-unquote Western Conference would be Cubs, White Sox, Brewers, Twins, which are they all hate each other, which is nice. Houston, Southwest would be Houston, Kansas City, Cardinals, and Rangers. That's kind of a flim-flam, except for Kansas City and St. Louis. They don't like each other. Then Rockies, A's, Mariners, Giants, and then Diamondbacks, Dodgers, Angels, and Padres. I don't think they'll split up the Dodgers and Giants.
I don't think they'll split the Cardinals and Cubs either.
I don't.
No.
That would be, in fact, that would be fucking crazy. I don't like that.
I don't
one.
think they're going to do that. Everybody that I've talked to that works with or in Major League Baseball says that there's no possibility that the American and National League are going away.
Yeah.
And that they're going to prioritize 2 things in this order. The first one will be geography, and the second will be rivalries.
Yeah.
Luckily, almost all of the rivalries are geographically located.
Literally, yeah, they all are.
That's how they came about in the first place. So I wouldn't worry too much about
honestly,
that.
the only team that has a really far away rivals is the Braves.
Yeah, because we're just isolated in the middle of fucking...
Right.
Yeah.
And also the teams in the Southeast sucked.
Right.
Interesting. Shit. Fucking Austin and Nashville might be getting teams. Let's do it. Go to Spotify. Also, rate the show a 5-star. All of our video from sports will be available on Spotify. So give us a 5-star over there. We appreciate you tuning in. For D'Anthony Hollaway, Hot Bob, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Monday Morning Recap. Good morning, everyone.